Wake up, Lo-Fi Nation. It's another Good News Friday. And welcome everyone to the Lofi Poli Sci podcast. I'm your host, Michael Pickering. That's right, Lo-Fi's and low fidelity, low quality, in-your-face, messy as can be global news show. Here we're going to talk about that famous question, what's going on in the world today? It's everyone's favorite day of the week. That's right, it's another Good News Friday. The news, fresh off the press. Our first story, not good news for the country involved, but maybe a comparative good feeling for how your government works. Source, Reuters World News. Fighting again in Taiwan Parliament over disputed nominations. The president of the country was nominating top-level government watchdog post to a senior aide, and the fighting ensued. Voting booths inside the country's parliament building were knocked down by lawmakers. Lawmakers were pushing and shoving. Protesters outside scrapped with police in protest. Maybe I should have saved this for Messy Monday. But hey, again, when your government goes to work and things get rough, at least think things don't normally get this rough. Next up, another story about authorities making the public safe. Source, AP News, Oddities section. Police capture kangaroo hopping through Fort Lauderdale. So many questions on this one here. Firstly, let's say that this wasn't a full-size kangaroo. Otherwise, police likely would not have captured him so easily and placed him into the squad car. It simply would not have fit. This kangaroo was under a year old, it appeared, and its owner forgot to lock the gate when they went out for the morning. And if I were a kangaroo, and I would have most definitely taken this opportunity to roam the streets. Let's all be thankful, though, that this police chase ended safely, with no one getting hurt. Moving forward, because we never move on from anything, source, BBC News, Africa section. Repentant Nigerian bandits offered cows for AK-47s. Many Lo-Fi listeners may be familiar with the idea of government-run gun buyback programs. This is a variation of that same program. In a northern Nigerian area, cattle farming is very common, as too is motorcycle robbery gangs. This program offers 2 cows for every AK-47 turned in an effort to give bandits an opportunity at a legitimate life. I like this. I'll go ahead and say it. Good news indeed on this Good News Friday. And to another story about the interaction of animals and humans. Source, New York Times, Science section. How koalas with S.T.D could help humanity. If you like koalas, but you don't know very much about them, here's a piece of information for you. Koala populations in the wild have been suffering from outbreaks of chlamydia, which is hurting the group just as other environmental issues are. Chlamydia in koalas is a lot like the infections in humans. And if you didn't know about this in humans, it's estimated that 1 in 10 sexually active teenagers have it, and don't know about it, and take it well into their 20s. Heads up if you're in college, peeps. Since the infection is so similar from humans to koalas, the vaccines and treatments that are being developed for them have huge implications for treatments in humans, as the use on koala populations will act as a larger test group for possible developments into human populations. It makes you think. We often consider ourselves so different from other animals on Earth. But remember, we're also in the animal kingdom, just like them. And a last piece of news to send you on your way for the weekend. Source, New York Times, Science section. Scientists have finally calculated how many hot dogs a person can eat at once. That's right, that big question that none of us were wondering has finally been answered. And what is the total number of hot dogs a human being can eat in 10 minutes? I'll give you a 5 count to guess. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the answer is 83 hot dogs in 10 minutes. Woo! That is a lot of eating. This new research comes out just after the annual 4th of July hot dog eating competition, where the previous world record was broken by a person eating 75 hot dogs in 10 minutes. That's only 8 away from the research's maximum number. I have a feeling hot dog eaters everywhere will be practicing year-round to challenge science on how many hot dogs a human can really eat in 10 minutes. And that's a brief snapshot of what's going on in the world today. Tune back in for next episode of Messy Monday. Always remember that Lofi Poli Sci is more than just me. It's the we that we be. Write into lofipolisci at planetmail.com with questions or comments. Thanks for listening. Stay safe. Wash those hands. And I'll see you on the next episode of the Lofi Poli Sci podcast. Pickering, signing off.